I remember when several years ago everybody was making jokes about the BMW bumper grill, and right now they got bigger, they got acceptable, and nobody complaining, nobody making jokes about it anymore, because all the BMW comes the same. So basically the brand like BMW, whatever they're gonna make, whatever they're gonna produce and try to sell it to you, you have to accept it, because they don't care. If you want to do the bigger grill, they're gonna do it. If they want to do the small grill, maybe on the bottom and here just gonna be flat, they're gonna do that, and you're gonna accept it as a customer, because you're gonna have no choice. Like this BMW got the huge radiator grill. Most of it, it's kind of useless, but this part open up as soon as the engine getting warm, and it looks kind of cool, it looks different. So I think from all car manufacturers, the BMW say, okay, we're gonna do the grill like that, and people gonna buy it. It doesn't matter what, it's not gonna look the same as the other brand, it's just gonna be BMW special grill. Here it is. All the BMW right now comes with the same style grill. You like it or don't, doesn't matter what, because if you want to buy the BMW, you're gonna buy it with that huge massive radiator grill. So guys, as we come in to the end of the March 2024, basically summer is close by, and you might gonna be on the market to buy some convertible cars, and this is gonna be BMW 430 convertible, like a good option to buy right now in 2024. So this car comes as a Sanremo green, and I think it's a cool color for the convertible BMW. It might be gonna be close by to the British Green Sport, but it's kind of different. So I think if you're gonna see more the cars like that, yellow, green, blue, not only white and black, it's gonna be much better city if you're gonna be a lot of cars like this. So I would say this car has a competition with Mercedes C-Class convertible, goes about the same price right now. They made a new body, and BMW same time they did a facelift for this car, but it's a 2021 and it looks identical almost as a 2024, except the front bumper not the same, and the dashboard, this one has two different screens. And right now, as all BMW, not only BMW, they making one huge iPad in the mid of the dashboard. So the BMW going old style, they're not doing capless fillers, so they keep doing the same cap. But what's interesting, since this car producing not only for United States, for a lot of different countries, same as Germany, they put in this thing, empty one, right next to the fuel cap. So basically that's the diesel for your DEF. If you have the car somewhere in Europe, you probably can buy the 4 Series with diesel engine. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it in United States. Maybe you can special order it, but I don't think so. I do love the BMW style rims on it. I just don't like the way suspension set, and those rims 19, they kind of big, because city of LA not good for the road conditions. So basically this car, it's like a bench, you know, it's always jumping, something's squeaking inside the car, not because of the suspension or the car itself, just because sometimes they not taking care of the road condition in city of LA. That's the common issue. So 430 BMW, it's supposed to be something like super massive and fast, but when you check the brakes, it has regular brake caliper with 2 pistons on it from the inside. I would say on the car like that, it's supposed to be at least 4 pistons, not 2, old style. Kinda not the cheap one, but I would say it's not comparable with the BMW, especially if it's made like for the fast driving, or it's a convertible. Do something better. 62,000 MSRP, supposed to be something nice and more safer, more better brakes, some better options, not like that. So I'm not considering this car as a brand new, but if you compare 2021 body style and whatever sitting inside the car in 2024, you're gonna find the exactly same car. And what I noticed right now, those rims are BMW individual, and it took me back to 2000s when the individual used to be only for the 7 series because it's individual, so you're supposed to pay more. But now the time changed, and a lot of cars, a lot of BMW, even cheaper edition, not M, they have M sport package, sport package, M package, individual package. So basically they trying to sell that brand everywhere. And the huge part of it, like the whole idea of that individual or M package, M style, whatever M it is. So if you cannot afford to buy 4 series M or M3, M5, whatever, you can buy the cheapest edition 3 series, 5 series, 1 series, and you can buy with some options. So basically they trying to sell you M, but if you cannot afford it, you can buy a lot of different pieces made by M. So like all convertible cars, this car has not enough space in the trunk, but what's interesting about the trunk lid itself, when you're trying to open it, it feels like almost you're supposed to have a button to push it and it's going to be automatically closing the trunk lid, but it's not. So the springs made so tight, and the feeling about this trunk lid supposed to be power lid, it's kind of mistake. So under the hood we got 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, 255 horsepower. That's more than enough for this small convertible car. And this engine kind of, I would say, good. On the top of that, you're gonna get still factory warranty. So the factory warranty comes as a 4 years or 50,000 miles. So if you're gonna buy the used BMW like that, you're still gonna have plenty of warranty for everything, bumper to bumper, up to 50,000 miles, 4 years. It's not bad at all. And in my experience with those 2.0 4-cylinder turbo engine BMW, I didn't have a lot of problems, maybe like oil leak or a VAP system problem, but not the big one. The biggest one I think I got, it was a motor mounts, but other than that, it's a good engine. Runs long period of time, 80, 70, 90,000 miles on this engine, still runs great and not so many problems. That's a good point for BMW used one. So the quality of the soft top, it's always questionable for me. And there is a huge question about why in 2000s BMW used to do the hard top and right now they're doing soft top. I think, in my opinion, because the soft top is cheaper to produce, it's less headache, it's not that heavy as a hard top. And I think by warranty they've been fixing a lot of those cars with hard top, so now they don't want to do it anymore. They just simply want to do something cheap and easy to maintain like this. Even 8 series BMW comes with soft top, not the hard top anymore. That's a good question. If you know the answer, just put in the comments below. Maybe you know something more about it. I didn't do research on it. So guys, as always, it's good to have the window sticker inside the used car. You can see how much this car used to be brand new, and you can see what kind of options this car got from the beginning. So the total of this car used to be 62,300. There is a premium package, there is a parking assist package, so 360 view, and we got the special rim 600 convertible top, Sensor Tech dashboard 350, and Harman Kardon sound system. They paid $875. Wi-Fi hotspot, a wireless charging system 500. So not bad. 62,000 right now. This car goes for 45 on the market. So basically 3 years and 15,000 miles on it. Not that bad as a depreciation for the BMW. Usually I would say it's supposed to be more, supposed to be half of it, like some other cars, but the convertible BMW plus low mileage keeps the value a little bit higher than usual. So definitely much better than Polestar. Polestar, you can do the stuff like that, but what about the space on the back for me as a passenger? I would say with open roof, kind of funny and kind of cool to sit like that. With the small driver on the front, I'm gonna have plenty of space on the back. And you know what else I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get the climate control for me on the back. Isn't cool for convertible BMW? I think it is. Basically, we got 3-zone climate control. There is a climate control on the front and one tiny small screen on the back. Makes me feel like more comfortable to sit on the back of this convertible BMW. So in my opinion, the best points about this car, number one, it's a green color. It's not usual, it's kind of unusual car. And number two, it's a convertible. Nothing, I would say, more impressing me about the BMW convertible at this point. So the new 4 Series BMW right now in 2024, like I say, got the huge screen right there, and it got the different shifters, same as my X1 BMW has. This is the old style, but it's kind of cool. I would say this much more comfortable to use than the new Switch. Other than that, on 2024, the same style wheel and all the buttons, they remain in the same. It's more than enough for your drinks, for your phone to charge it, plenty of space in the mid console. And the climate control screen, honestly, I don't like it as much as on the new cars or the cars before 2016. I think 2016 BMW 7 Series, that's first when they made that new style climate control. So what about the options? There is a lot of options to save your life, like the 360 camera, actually to prevent car from scratches when you parking somewhere at the shopping center. There is a line keeper, there is a brake emergency system, and on and on and on. So this car has a lot of safety options, like the Distronic Plus, like the line keeper, 360 camera, emergency braking system, and on and on and on. I think the modern time making the modern technology just to make it more safer, not only for the driver but for the passengers, because you're probably paying a lot of attention when the people driving with kids and they constantly checking the phone. What are you checking on the phone when you drive in the car with the kids inside? That's a good question. I cannot find an answer for that. So the reason why I don't like to drive convertible car inside the city, because of the dust and the dirt. You are, as a filter, gonna suck all of that from the street into your lungs. So if you're gonna drive the car like that in a city, you're gonna see it on your face, on your hands, everywhere. All that dust gonna come to you. So I would say the perfect way to drive this car is take it to the ocean, open the top and drive it, enjoy it, and get the fresh air. But inside the city, besides the trucks, you're gonna get a lot of dust coming from the road straight to you. So let's close the top and drive it, see how it feels. So like I say, 2.0, 255 horsepower, that's more than enough for this car. I'm enjoying to drive this car smooth on a low speed, and it feels good. So it's not a sport car, it's not a race car, and the engine super quiet. I cannot hear it. The transmission working perfectly fine. Probably because it's a low mileage BMW, 15,000 only, still under factory warranty. So more than enough option. And if you are considering to buy the convertible car for your summer and pay about 50,000 and you have a choice between Mercedes and BMW, I would say go with BMW. You're gonna enjoy it. Is it worth it to buy this car for that kind of money? I would say yes. And especially if you buy it in a good color, more attractive, more kind of funny as this one, green. It's not white, it's not black. It doesn't look like you got this car from a rental company. It looks like you're kind of weird person to buy the green color BMW convertible, but definitely worth it, and definitely it is a cool car to drive.